Hi everyone, this is Psychic Sleuth, and I want to say thank you for subscribing and liking the videos that I have up. I haven't done videos in a long time, so over 100 subscriptions is really nice considering. I'm going to try to do better at that. But before I get started on the case that I've been working on, I just want to kind of describe a little of how I work. So I'm a psychic medium, so I get and my information from spirit on the other side as also as my guides. I usually get past, present, and future. I can get past, present, and future. I see things, feel things, know things, and hear things. Sometimes it's symbolic. Sometimes it's actually what happened. Spirit likes to speak in symbols. And sometimes I'm shown like movies. Sometimes I hear just different words or dates or, months, names. Names aren't always, they're kind of not really extremely accurate because we can pick up on, other spirits that are around and so forth. So sometimes they're accurate, sometimes they're not. Um, and sometimes I just know things and sometimes I can feel things. So that's kind of how I connect. And in the case that I'm going to be explaining, I'm going to read some auto writes that I did. I just because I've done so many in this case, because when I sit down and I auto write, I'm channeling directly. I'm not thinking or anything else. I'm just typing and channeling what's coming through. So with that being said, on the auto writes that you're going to see or hear, I should say, I didn't let any outside influences influence me whatsoever. I wasn't thinking about anything anybody had told me or anything like that. I just channel, and I have to actually go back and reread it to see what I channeled because I don't remember. And when I'm channeling and I'm getting information, I don't remember a lot of the stuff. So that's kind of how I know that it's from spirit, is that I'm not really knowing what the heck is going on per se. So I do have a couple of those, and I needed to explain that as well. And I don't go and I research cases, okay, about this case that I'm going to tell you about that I'm working on or I have been working on. I didn't know anything really about it except for the basics, and that was just because that was put out there for the world. And I didn't go looking into their lives or anything like that. I don't know anything else other than just the basics. That's it. And like I didn't even want to start working on this case, but we'll get into that. Anyways, if you want to know more about me and more about the cases I'm working on and more about this case in particular, because I put a lot of information about it on my page, you can go to the Psychic Sleuth and I can add you there. Okay, so the case I wanted to talk about today. Oh, one more thing. I need to put this out there. Okay, so you don't have to believe in what I do. You don't have to believe in me. But this is not about me. Okay, this is about the victims and their families and seeking justice and finding new evidence or new clues. Okay, that's all that I'm trying to do. That's all that I'm about. This is a passion of mine, and I feel like it's something big that I'm meant to do. One day, I hope to have an organization that's just for this type of stuff. So, with that being said, I just truly want to help, and I'm in it for the right reasons, okay? So I can't control the information that comes to me. I just give you what I get. I don't question it. I feel like psychics get everything for a reason. We're not one psychic is better than another. We're all different. We get everything for a reason, I believe. It always fits somewhere. It's just figuring out where it fits because it's how we perceive the information that's important. And so if you're skeptical, that's completely fine, but this isn't about you, okay? And I don't mean to be harsh in saying that, but it's not. I've worked with American Crime Cast. I've worked with private detectives. I've worked with retired detectives. So although I'm just getting started in my career doing this, I've obviously been accurate in what I'm doing, or the people that have worked with me wouldn't still be working with me, we're offering me my own podcast show, which will be the Psychic Sleuth, which is going to be coming out as soon as I can get up to 2 more podcasts. Because I'm going to be, I did a podcast on this as well, and it won't be put out until I finish the other 2. So that's just something that I've been working on that's going to be coming out. It's going to be an American Crime Cast production. Okay, so with all that being said, the case that I'm working on is the Delphi case. Okay, but it's not just the Delphi case, it's the Iowa case, because I believe that they're connected. I've been told they're connected by the girls themselves. I've been shown they're connected. So everything is showing me that they're connected. Okay. So I'm going to be telling you, I do have a blog out there, and it's on wolfspiritfoot.wordpress.com. You can go there if you want to read it, but I'm going to be reading some of it now. I'm going to be reading the other stuff that I got, and I'm pretty darn tired because this is about my 10th time trying to do this. I ran out of room on my phone, so I don't know if any more information is going to come through or not. But if it does, I'll definitely do that, and we can always do extra videos the more the information comes in. So, with that being said, I'm going to read this off of the blog. First off, I want to start off by saying I'm truly sorry for this family's tragic loss. Their untimely, gruesome passings have affected people all over the world. And I just have to say something here, because I don't feel like American Elizabeth's case got as much time and energy and effort put into it as it should have. I feel like everybody's been looking at this because it was so tragic, and yes, it was tragic, but so was theirs. And I feel like that both cases should be being looked at all together. And cops, they might think that these aren't connected, but they are connected. And I'll get more into that. So I didn't really want to work on this case, like I was saying, but I was in the pharmacy, and I'm usually only there for 15 minutes, and this time I was there for an hour, and this guy popped up on the news, and I had already been kind of told, about the case, not anything big about it, just, the little things that are out there on the news. My friend had contacted me and just told me, these 2 girls' names and what kind of had happened to them. And I think that they were missing at the time or something. Anyways, I felt it was high profile. I didn't want to get into it, but I guess Spirit had other ideas. So one of the first things that I heard was the shiftings of the gears of a semi. And the next thing I saw was a red semi truck. Now, it can be he drives a truck. It can be he's associated with the truck. He could be associated with the company that's associated with the truck. You understand? The information that I get is going to be not just about him or them. It's going to be about the connections and other people involved, or who they are connected to. That is how this works. It all comes in connections and puzzle pieces, okay? I also realized that I was getting information on 2 different people, maybe more. Okay, so I'm going to try to break that up. But at the time I wrote my blog, I did not know that. I did not know that I was being shown one person doing one thing and the other person doing another thing. I don't feel that the guy on the bridge is the one that actually killed them. Okay, I feel like it's bigger and deeper than that. I feel like maybe he corralled the girls into where they were supposed to go. So with that being said, pay attention to what's coming out. I'll try to read it slowly, but like I said, I'm tired. I kind of just want to be done. So just pay attention. Hopefully you'll be able to figure out who's who. When I talk about a crazy psycho person, I get most information on him. I see through his eyes. I've been in his head. That's one thing I'm able to do, is get into a psychopath's head. And if I do have pauses, I do apologize, but it might be that I'm getting information, or I'm just tired. Who knows? So, let's see. I need to scroll because some of this I already said. Like I said, sometimes the visions can come in as in people relation to those that have committed the crime, not always just of the perp. So, okay, there's the truck. That was very clear in my head. And I feel like red is important in this case, not just because of the color of the truck. I feel like it's his favorite color. I feel like it's connected in more ways than that. The girl's hair had kind of a reddish tint to it. I found out that red equals right as in ritual, and I feel like this was very ritualistic. There's actually a lot of red, and since I've started this case, red has followed me around everywhere. No joke. I've never seen so much red in my life, and it was my husband's favorite color until this. So just keep that in mind. There also are some few EVP sessions, and those are on. I try to do those sometimes live as well. So if you want to, again, join the Psychic Sleuth group, you can see it on there. So one thing that was brought to my attention right away is this guy's OCD. He does things a certain way. Although he may change his appearance and stuff, he still has to do things in a certain manner. So I was shown the flipping of the light switch and things like that. And again, this stuff is out there on Blog Talk Radio. I did it way before anybody else started getting any information, because I needed my stuff to be out there as soon as possible so that people could listen to it, and then nobody thought I was copying anybody. So it's on Blog Talk as well. So definitely he's OCD was one thing I was getting. He's a psychopath, sociopath, whatever you want to call it. In many ways, he's super smart. He's a genius. He's also very cunning. He plans things out meticulously. I believe that he hears voices and may feel like the devil or someone is trying to tell him to do things. Like he's feeling that he's being guided by the devil. I feel like he's connected to a group called the Brotherhood, or in connection with the Brotherhood, and possibly Mason connections. Now, Brotherhood can be many different things. It can be the big Brotherhood, or it can be a little Brotherhood, okay? Or it can be just a group of guys saying they are a Brotherhood. I feel like that, yes, this is a sexually motivated case, and that goes along with Masonic beliefs as well. I feel like the cases in Iowa are connected again. Iowa, Indiana, there's 2 eyes. Two other things that sparked my interest was the names of the girls, Lyric and Elizabeth, and Liberty and Abigail. Lyric and Liberty, 2 L's. Elizabeth and Abigail, both names out of the Bible. And also Elizabeth is also known as Beth, but is also derived from Lilith, believe it or not. So I'm starting to wonder also if it has anything to do with the Abigail Williams that was big in the witch trials. I'm not so sure of that yet, but it is a possibility. I get a lot of reference to belief. I was shown him going through a Bible, and maybe he feels like he was doing good work, or maybe, he was like into the Bible at one time, but now he's switched his whole beliefs. Or sometimes those devil worshippers will go through the Bible to see certain things that supposedly the devil is saying to them. You guys know how it works. I'm hearing, I feel like as a traveler or truck driver, now hearing jack of all trades. I feel like he found these girls on social media or through a fake profile or something like that. But no longer, he doesn't have a social media page of himself. That'd be too easy to track. He doesn't have that. So that's what's going to make this harder. And whatever he's used, he has something that's able to delete his footprint. I know they have those these days. He does like the attention. I feel like he left the area as soon as this was done and is no longer there. However, I feel the people connected to him may be there. One guy in specific, the one that I will explain that I'm getting information on, I feel like he's there or in the surrounding area. I was shown him changing his appearance. I was shown the guy that got caught on camera changed his appearance because he realized he was caught on camera. Okay, so he changed his appearance. I saw him putting on metal frame glasses and shaving his head and just changing the way that he dressed. But also this guy changes his appearance as well. He has many different aliases. He has many different looks. He has many different personas, so to speak. So he's not dumb enough to do something like this in his own town, although the people or his brotherhood are going to be from his own town. I feel like he has brotherhood, so to speak, in different areas. I feel the only reason he knew so much about the area is that he's visited and he studied it. I feel like He's working with people like him. He didn't do this alone. Like I said, I feel like the killing was ritualistic in nature. That's why the 13th is chosen for both murders. I was also shown, let's see, I was shown as glasses for silver medal frame. Now this can be any of them. Let's see. So, but that guy that's caught on camera is no longer dressed the same way. So people need to quit looking for that. I was actually shown like he had changed into tennis shoes and a Hawaiian shirt. Now that could mean, he's changed dramatically his appearance, or he's planning on going someplace tropical. Okay. It can be symbolic, like I said. This I feel like is another guy. Okay. I was shown more recently a cowboy hat, smoking a cigar, with skull in his pocket, and cowboy boots. I was also shown a horse belt buckle. I was shown, that's all I was shown on that guy. And I feel like he's just a connection. Like at the time when I wrote this, I did not realize that I was being shown two different guys because the way that it was all merged together. They showed me the other psycho guy driving a truck with his elbow hanging out. I feel like that a gun was involved in kind of coercing the girls. They probably all had one, but I feel like he carries one. Let's see. I saw a ritualistic knife, and I saw a lot of things that the girls wanted to show me, and I'm not going to put the details here. Okay. I know about way before anybody said anything else about their throats and other things. I was telling other people, I didn't really put it out there, but I was shown that it was extremely brutal, and they were put through hell. Liberty did show me that she put up quite a fight. She's a fighter, and I believe he got frustrated with her, and I do feel like her passing was more brutal in that way, as he was pissed off. I do feel like I said he's working with like a bigger group, and this was ritualistic. I feel like they took them away from the area and then brought them back and staged them a certain way. I don't feel like this psycho guy has ever been caught before for any sort of sex crimes or anything like that. He's very articulate. I don't think he's been caught for anything, honestly. Everything is planned to the T. He's very gutsy to commit what he did at the time he did it, and he's very narcissistic. Although I feel the killings were done away from that area, they were brought back. Like I said, I was shown a knife and a vision of him cleansing them like you would baptize someone, but only with drops of water was what I was shown. I was also shown a rope and felt at one time they may have been tied up in some way. Also put something around their mouth in order to keep them quiet. He knew the area quite well. I feel this psycho man is a serial killer, even if he's working with a bigger group. Sometimes he works with them, sometimes he works alone. I feel like there's many cases that are connected to him that's no one's figured out yet. Some people haven't even been found. Let's see. The people that I worked with are kind of afraid of him, but many, they're just as sick, so they look up to him. He's a monster in every form of the word. One of the words I got during an EVP session is devil, and that is what he is and who he supports. So someone that is sadistic as he is would honor a devil in this way and form of sacrifice. I do believe that the girls were picked for their names as well as their hair color and other reasons. I was also given the word Poughkeepsie, which is in New York, so he may be from there, traveling there, have connections there, something of that sort. I was also shown Georgia and Texas as well. I had validation on the word Poughkeepsie, though. The very next day, there was a show on, and the guy said Poughkeepsie, and what are the odds of that, right? It's not like it's a place that comes on shows very often. It's one thing that Spirit does do to show me I'm on the right track is they'll send me in different directions. I feel like he There are serial killers that he looks up to, that he admires, that he studies. One of them is Stephen Morin. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He changed aliases. He had many IDs. He had many personas. He was, changed the way he looked all the time. Nobody knew who he was for a while. Jack the Ripper was the other one I was saying to someone else in a group that we were all talking. And because some stuff I've said in like a group of people that I'm talking to, but I haven't put it out there because it just, we're saying it as we're talking. And sometimes I forget. And also Ted Bundy. So those are three that he really looks up to and tries to kind of mimic. And Ted Bundy was very charming, So he can be very charming. I was given the route or number, I guess we should say 57. Shown a sign with numbers 33 on it. It can also be a road because I guess you can take 33 to 57 to get out of there. Oops, sorry guys. Told you I'm tired. Let's see. The reason there's so many years between Iowa and Indiana is I feel like he hasn't been caught for the others in between. Like I said, 2 girls, 2 I's, 2 L's, possibly 2 people. I feel like there's more now. I mean, I'm getting more like 3. Because it's like a ritual thing with 3. The crazy thing is that I think others know that are connected to this brotherhood. They find pride in this sort of thing. You may not believe in conspiracy theories, but it's been proven over and over again that the brotherhood does exist. This might be a smaller brotherhood of the brotherhood, you know what I mean? But it's still. I was also shown a snake, so this could mean a few things. Snake means devil. It could mean he has a tattoo of some sort or something related to him that's a snake. Or there is a connection with the snake and truck drivers because they were known to travel the windy roads, or ones that took back roads, I guess. I kept being shown brown eyes, they're significant, like dark brown eyes, just as black as his soul. He looks to have a bit of a broken nose. Getting ages between, like, I was getting like early 40s, late 40s to early 50s, but now I'm getting it's like early 50s, like 53, 54. Around 210 to 220. I'm not great at raging how much someone weighs. Stop it. I was being told that he walks with a limp. I think the guy on the bridge walks with a different kind of gait, but this guy I was shown like he's had knee surgery. I was also shown like a broken finger on this hand and a broken finger on this hand. Like I think it's the pinky here and like the middle finger here. Sorry, I'm not flipping you guys off. And later on they say this one's more crooked. And I was also shown like a scar on the shoulder or something. That'll come up in the auto right. One thing that the girl said is they're looking in all the wrong places. They may be onto something, but not onto this guy. Meaning that they may be making a connection to others involved, but not to him. He's like a ghost, I guess you would say, is what I'm being told. Evidence has been mostly cleaned up by now. One of the initials that I was getting was J, and I was told J at the very beginning. I was also told the name John, Johnny, and Mark or Marcus in relation to. And then J, I was getting Reiki, and I was trying to talk to the girl to see if I can get any information, and I was told J Jacobson. Now that can be Jay like Jay, or the 2 names can go together or apart. So I got that a long time ago before anything else came out, so you can see when this blog came out. And I'm reading straight off of it right now. Like I said, I feel like he'll strike again if he hasn't already. One thing I fear, and sometimes I'm shown things like way in the future, is this man like driving with the gun on his lap and being pulled over and like the cop getting shot. Now, that may or may not happen because readings are possibilities of things that can come, so it is a possibility. Another thing I was shown is growing out of a beard, either dye, he could possibly dye it, but I think this is kind of related to the other guy because I was shown a beard with like a gray beard with like a black stripe down it, and that kind of matches. I think that goes along with the guy in the cowboy hat and the cowboy outfit. They show this to me over and over. A couple words that came through the spirit box that I think are relevant here are vehicle, the box, root, text, industrial, ladder, devil inside, specialist, beat me, demented, study, attacked, aggression, panic, Bible, drug, tide. I got a lot more, but I think that those have something to do with the perpetrator. One thing I was shown if it was a serial killer or not, and then I was shown that he had different IDs and aliases, and then I was shown about that serial killer, Stephen Morin. So that's how I knew that about that. Because spirit will sometimes bring up things like that, and I don't feel like I come across them by accident. I feel like I don't believe in coincidences. Another thing I was being told is this guy's a chameleon. He blends in when he wants to, and that's why it's hard to catch him. I don't feel like he's in the area. He might come back to the area for specific events, and nobody knows what he looks like. As far as the other guy on the bridge, I think he might be from surrounding areas, but he doesn't look the same. This is like a cat and mouse game. He's sort of looking over his shoulder, but then he's very arrogant. Sometimes I catch myself talking in a twang as I'm talking about him or them. So I do feel like one of them has a twang, or maybe he talks in a twang sometimes. I feel like he has like a Spanish accent because I've always said he's a Mexican descent, but it might just be a tiny, tiny bit. Because when I think of him, I'm instantly shown my uncle as looking like him, and my uncle was like a Mexican dude. So I think he's lighter. I don't think it's a lot of Mexican. I think he's a little bit skinnier than my uncle was too. And I didn't really know my uncle, but I knew what he looked like, and he always pops in my head every time I think of him. Very drawn to red. It's not his only favorite color, but it goes along with his belief and goes along with blood. When I was trying to explain him to someone, I was back and forth pacing. I believe he does this. I would think he's very fidgety too. I was also shown a connection to a triangle, and at times make you feel like there may have been a third. See, this is where I talk about it, that knew about this, or taken by a group of people. The triangle is a symbol in the Brotherhood, but it's also like the third eye, which is can be known as the evil eye or satanic beliefs or Masonic beliefs. You can look that up. I know that I also feel like he may have 2 lives or a dual personality. Again, 2. I was given 2 now. That might mean February, but I feel like it's more here. So I feel like there's a lot of 2s in this case as well. Because he also picks by 2. Most of the time. Not always. So I know there's a lot of questions surrounding this case of why. And I'm just one voice trying to help in hopes that someone will listen. And I would like to solve this just because I know how demented he is and how I would like him stopped. I've asked Abigail and Liberty to please show me anything they can to help, because I feel like they can save the lives of others. Maybe I'm not meant to solve it. If so, that's okay. I'm not looking for anything other than trying to help the girls get justice, to help the community that cared for them have answers. I do see handcuffs, so this is my sign that I feel justice will come. After all, they are both fighters, and in their passings they continue to fight, and I'm getting chills on my head alongside with Lyric and Elizabeth to bring this man, and it's really like strong chills, so that usually means spirit, to bring this man and these men to justice. I'm hearing after all, liberty and justice for all. And at that time, I heard a giggle after that. And I was shown the fight that they put up fighting for their lives. I don't feel that their souls felt any pain, as oftentimes the soul leaves the body prior in order for there not to be too much pain or trauma to the soul. They have been healing, and they're doing their best to come to those who will listen. I don't feel like they crossed right away, but I feel like they have crossed since then, because I was shown rainbows and sunshine and things like that. One thing I was shown, and I didn't know anything about the girls, okay? So any information that I get that you guys are seeing and you watch this and you know about the girls, please let me know and validate it, okay? Because I don't know anything about them. I know that I was shown drawings and paintings of flowers, and I kept asking people, like, what does this mean? What does this mean? Because they kept showing it to me. I was also shown teddy bears. They kept showing it to me, and I was asking people this, and that I was working with. And finally someone said, oh, there's teddy bears on the bridge, and oh, the girls' art is going to be hung up. So that to me was validation that I was talking to them. Again, I didn't know anything about them. They're doing their best to come to anyone that will listen, and they are thankful for all the love and support they have received, and are in awe of how many are fighting for them. I had to tell them this wasn't their fault, because they feel like they made a mistake in trusting the wrong person or believing lies. I told them it happened to the best of us, and it wasn't their fault. They have a purpose, and that is to bring this guy in one form or another. If he is a truck driver, of course it's going to be harder, but maybe it will hit on someone's mind if they see a man looking like this. I was also shown an X, so that might be a license plate, a tattoo, something like that. I was also getting the reference to 5. It could be a possible license plate. It could be the month of May. It could be the 5th of a month, something like that. The more info I get, I will try to update. So that was that. And now I'm going to read the first auto write I did, and I did this auto write on 4/25/17. And, what I'm talking about is not made for the younger audiences, because some of the stuff they're going to say here isn't very good. So if a kid is watching this, make sure that they're out of the room. Okay? He's a cold-hearted devil. I'm so cold. Lives taken for no reason other than his own evils. Has something to do with his mother. He doesn't really like red-haired, strawberry blonde girls. His sister was mean to him, and that's how she looked. I also got that he was adopted later on. That's not in here, but his mother abandoned him. We are together. We will do what we can to help you find this man. We didn't know him really. Only talked to him online. We thought he was someone else. We were set up. This man gets his kicks on watching our lives slip away. At this time, the name Tommy came to me, and the words beanbags. He is the devil, dark demon, heathen. Beliefs are weird, wants to cleanse us, thinks we are all bad, will strike again. The 13th, superstitious about doing God's work, idolizing other demons and serial killers, wants to be famous, likes the attention, likes the thrill of everyone looking for him, feels like he's invincible and can't be stopped, recruits others at times, vagabond. He can play any character he wants. He has many. I'm hearing AutoZone. He knows the woods. He knows how to survive. He can live outside. I did get fisherman later on. Seeing like a cave bunker. When we looked at him, we saw evil. The things he did to us, no one will ever truly know, but they were horrible. He took our innocence. He took our purity. He got off on our blood and our death. He likes the taste of it. He's a sociopath, sadistic Satanist. Used to be godly till he felt the devil was talking to him, but he was born this way and then was molded this way by the way he was treated. He has always had mental illness, but no one really knew. He's good at hiding it. He can be charming and seem normal. Then once you trust him, the dark side came out. He trolls for girls like us, ones that are looking for friends. He does know people in the town, but isn't from there. I know something was off about him when I saw him following us, and that's the guy from the bridge that she's talking about. That is why I snapped the photo. And then he goes back. He cut my hair. He took something from us, a trophy. He always takes trophies. Keeps them close in his briefcase to look at. Back on his kills. There have been 10 so far, and more to come. Actually, I feel like there's more than that. They bring up there's more. Well, you'll hear the other ones. We see that people are trying to fight for us. We want to save lives. We are united together in tragedy. Mother, oh mother, do you know him? He knew about us. Someone told him who we were online. Then the obsession started. We thought it was just an innocent friend who wanted to meet and take pictures. Getting the name Aaron, we were too trusting, but that is who we are. Now I see an image of a girl riding a bike, and she's stopped by this man much younger than who we have seen. That case is connected. He's been killing all this time, but he doesn't kill too much for as not to get caught. The dates always mean something. The names mean something. The states. He's OCD, always does things for a reason or for a cause. The voices tell him to continue to kill. He will continue to kill. I see the flash of a knife. Some killings more brutal than others. Some he likes to use his hands. He gets off on watching the life drain. It's a sexual fulfillment for him. Hearing the word boisterous again, hearing the name Tim or Timothy, he has many aliases or people who he is. He got the idea from Steven. You were right on that. He's always wanted to kill. Then he took his first victim from the bike, got away with it. So he continues to kill. How did he know about us? Someone told him. Weird, but I'm hearing cucumbers. Getting the year 1982, boys will be boys. See how they run? There were 3. He doesn't always choose to do this alone. Sometimes he has help. Copycat. They will never go against him. He is a scary man, full of hate and deceit. He knows how to hunt. He knows how to survive. He is a survivalist. He wants to go down as a notorious serial killer. He doesn't think he will ever be stopped. He's invincible. By the way, I saw a deer while I was channeling and doing the different messages I was doing, and I didn't realize that the name was Deer something on the trail. So that was another validation. Red is important, the meaning. He loves red, but at the same time does not like us with reddish hair. He wants to cleanse us for things he feels we did wrong. For being whores, he says. He says we are whores, bitches, cunts. Excuse our language. As you know, we are just repeating what he has said to us. He has hatred for women. They never gave him the time of day. At the time of the girl who was killed on the bicycle, I just keep seeing a girl on a bike. He had this girlfriend. He had hatred for her. She is always telling him what to do and and she was a whore, he said. She cheated on him. This caused trauma from past to sneak up. He had a psychotic break. He used to be good into God, and then one day he changed and felt like the devil was speaking to him, telling him that God was fake to follow him, and that he would gain knowledge and power. Odin, he has a mixture of beliefs. He used his hatred for his girlfriend when he saw the girl on the bike was a crime of opportunity at first, and after that he killed his girlfriend. I hear Tracy again, also hear Tanya. No one knows. He fled. He hid her body. No one will ever find her. Sometimes he kills and hides the body. Sometimes he likes them to be found. Sometimes he does not. They show me a digital clock with 333 on it, and I found out the girls they supposedly went missing around that time, but it could have been, instead of 330, actually 333. And that would go in with the ritual part of it. I'm hearing the word Amsterdam. He travels. He's always looking for his next victim. Someone thinks deserves to be killed because it is his duty. He is a snake, and so he has a tattoo, a serpent, to follow the devil. Then I hear Jesus Christ. He is prior military. He has been in the medical field, survivalist. I was also told 88 Mike, which is a truck driver, and so that would make sense. And I feel like, and I can't remember if this came through in the auto right, but I feel like he's getting sergeant, but I feel like he was dishonorably discharged, and he was like special forces or something like that. And I also heard sniper, but I can't remember if that came in. It might get repeated. Survivalist knows how to kill and do it right. Everything is methodically and meticulously planned. He is not sloppy. He may be sloppy one time. Although there is chatter about this being figured out, cops are looking in the wrong place. They are looking too close to home, too close to Delphi. This man is too good to be caught for anything just yet. Evil Eye, hearing the word skirts being shown a peach again, and then the connection to Florida, Mississippi, Michigan. See the M's? Some girls he feels will not be missed, and that's how you get away with it. He carefully picks his victims. They are always young. He likes the teenagers up to 20. Sometimes a girl will look young enough, and his type, he will kill her anyways, but he doesn't do too many at a time because he knows that will draw too much attention. Evil genius. I don't know why I'm being shown Rubik's Cube, maybe he can solve one. He has a high IQ, but can play someone who has a low IQ. Never know who he is. He can creep you out or charm you. Dual personalities. Kokomo. There are ties there. He has a brother, Alfred, or something like that is what I heard. We felt drugged. He drugged us. We smelled alcohol. This man is a drug user. It keeps him hearing the voices going. He thinks it's normal to have the devil as a friend. He's doing what he's born to do and feels uncircumcised, and it hurt. He gets off on pain. Devil, devil, devil. We know you are being attacked. We try to help. We know you are trying to help anyways. At this time, pain in my head. We are thankful. He has tattoos. Some are pretty dark looking. Keegan, it's weird. I heard that. I'm not sure why yet. He said something, or he saw something, but he was so high. He was paranoid, thought that maybe he did it. This man travels. Brum, brum, truck driver. You were right on that. We know that you keep thinking you're wrong. And I'm getting the head of my side, pain on my side of my head again. This man may seem homeless, but he's really not. He has money, he has ties, he is more powerful than people know. He has two lives, the evil one and the somewhat normal one, driving like not a care in the world, but yet always looking over his shoulder, at the same time arrogant. They will never catch me. Hearing oysters. He has a pot belly. He has darker features. You were right about the dark eyes, but he can make himself look lighter. He was pissed when he knew about that picture. He says when we caught his picture, but I think they're meaning like knew about the other guy's picture. I only wish that it was a better shot. When we saw him, we were surprised. We thought we were meeting someone else. That is when he got us. We were naive. We are sorry. He likes spilling our blood. He is dark to the core. He took our beautiful lives. But we will stop him. He has not won, and he will not win. Together we can do this. Tattoo on left side of his chest looks like a skull or a devil symbol. Hair on chest. His shoes, they change just as much as his clothes and his personas. They keep showing me a big A. Alan or something like that. And I hear sounding like Calvin. See, it's hard because he changes so much. We don't even know his real name. Fisherman of sorts. Leo the Lion. Months February and December. He pays homage to those serial killers that he studied. He says Ted Bundy and Stephen Morin both had a pretty good way of doing things, but they got caught. They will never catch me. This we feel will get him caught because he feels so invincible. He's a Looney Tune. At the time, I'm shown a night sky with stars. I don't know if one girl had a connection to the stars. I've gotten this yesterday before I saw it somewhere else, but I just hadn't said it yet. I'm shown tied to a tree. He has a murder kit. He always has a murder kit. Just because he may not drive a truck now doesn't mean he didn't before. He likes to kill in nature because he's familiar with it. Has an affinity with water. He always enjoyed water, feels it's purifying. That's why we were found nearby water. He has struck again. Kill was a bit different. We feel one is coming May 13th. March 13th was to pay homage to the one he looked up to, Stephen, because Stephen was put to death on March 13th. He even has this alias, Peeping Tom Bradley, Video Surveillance, Peter Piper, Copenhagen Bastard, Daniel Boone. Ritual in nature his killings are. You get inside his head, Rochelle, you know how crazy he is. We are doing our best to describe him to you guys. He goes by many names. We try to give best clues that we can. Hallelujah, God is good. He loves us. We are okay. Bastard, his dad was not around. He didn't want him. His mom was a hooker. His sister was abusive to him. At this time, the name Kelly is sounding like mastermind, master manipulator. People know him, but they have not put it together yet. DNA, he must be caught to be compared. He won't be caught before he strikes again. We feel he may strike 5 more times before he's caught again. What is meant to be will be. No matter how hard you are trying to catch him, your efforts will not be in vain. We know you are working so diligently on this. It is to help bring justice. He walks with a limp, as you said, pain leg, right leg, scar over knee, scar on right cheek side. I did that, Liberty said. I was a fighter. I was not going to go down without a fight. By the way, I said this before I knew anybody else got it. I know somebody else has got that out there, but I said that first, and then somebody compared it, and we were like, oh, we got the same thing. Anyways, I wanted to protect Abby. This wasn't her fault. It was my idea to go there. I didn't mean for this to happen to my best friend, my sister. We tried to get away. We were cut off. We were taken from there and brought back and staged. He didn't want to leave evidence. There is a bunker not far from there. It's in like a cave-like thing. Do you know where it is? Look for the signs of his next victims. He doesn't always kill on the 13th, as some may be a crime of opportunity. The reason you keep seeing the girl age that's shared last night is because you saw her. You were connecting to her. It's connected. How the fuck did they know Mel's voice? Look into this boy's profile. Something isn't right there. Okay, I saw a boy's profile, and it was like a surfer looking dude, or surfer looking boy, I should say, about 16, tan, blonde, like wavy hair on the beach. And I found one that looks exactly like it, and he's from Florida, which is exactly what I thought. I was shown. It said on his profile, because I was looking through his eyes, and I wasn't even trying to. I was sitting here watching TV at the time, and then I was showing he was looking at this girl in Georgia, and he said, "There's my Georgia peach," and she had like reddish hair and she had freckles. So, let's see. I lost my spot. Something isn't right there. You guys are on the right track. Why do you think you're being attacked so much? You're too close. You're brought together for a reason, for a purpose. Your lives and paths are intertwined for a bigger meaning. Not just to help us, but to help many. This is the start of figuring out how to start organization, Rochelle. It's about people coming together for the common good, and the ones that say they are that stay are the ones who are strong enough to stay and are meant to stay. There is a reason for all things. Although tragic, there was a bigger reason for our passing. It is the start of something bigger. Hearing the word antibiotic, seeing a red cap. Keep being brought back to the red-haired girl wearing red. Caught his attention. I feel its connection. Why do you keep being pulled in that direction? Heroes. You're all heroes. A hero is one who fights for the right reasons. You will succeed in what you plan to. Your prayers are being answered. Sometimes a rainbow comes after the rain. He's a narcissist, for sure. It's all about him. They make me feel like someone's birthday's in February, maybe the 13th. Knife is big, has something on the handle. You may think you are off, Rochelle, because of what others don't get doesn't completely match, but you are not off. He smells. We smell cigarette and alcohol, even the stench of drug. Dark eyes, tobacco, big sister. History will repeat itself. Scorpio, maybe in his chart. I really want some cookies right now. Yeah, chocolate chip. Can you put the clues together? We feel you can. He's not a POI so far, but possibly people he knows are. They either do not know he's responsible or know better than to cross him. He knew about us prior, as we said. He was told about us, so he found us. Chicken and dumplings? Crystal, you look so pretty in that hat. Is also a girl by the name of Janice that he's responsible for. OCD, OCD, OCD. There are patterns. See the patterns he does. There are always a reason he does what he does. He picks who he picks. Again, methodical. We anger him. He does not know us, but he thinks he does. In his mind, we are bad girls who need to be cleansed of our evil deeds. He's a pedophile, but don't feel he's ever been caught for something like this, or ever been caught at all. He doesn't have a record, as we said. People that are supposed to be solving the crimes are looking in the wrong places. His briefcase holds all the clues. He doesn't carry it with him. He has a lock on it. He brings stuff back to put in it. It holds weird things from his victims. He also keeps a diary so that he can relive all the horrible things he's done. He watches the news and sees himself on there, or sees this is the other guy, and laughs. He likes to relive the kills as he masturbates. The killings are sexual gratification for him in itself. Sometimes he just likes to use his bare hands to choke the life out of girls. Baby boomer, which they would be ages 53 to 71 years old. Well, that would make sense. This man can be made to look younger, older, ugly, homeless, normal, any way he chooses that fits what he needs to have done. Hearing the word hitman, maybe at one time he was. He doesn't really like blondes either. He thinks we are all whores, or we will grow up to be whores, so he's doing us a favor. How dare him? Stalker. He stalks his victims without them knowing, but he's smart enough not to leave a trace. If he has to live and survive in the woods, he does, but he can just as well live in a hotel or a normal house. He does what he wants and what he pleases. His job allows him to keep moving so he's not in the same area for too long. Smooth talker, businessman, even if it's not legit. I see prescription pill bottles, so he may be on some sort of medication. If he wants to, he can even change his eye color, but his eyes are really dark brown, almost black, like his soul. He doesn't have a soul, really reptilian. He does rituals. He worships Satan. He's into the whole magic scene, black magic. That's why this is dangerous for you, Rochelle. He can see what you're doing, and he knows when you get in his head. He's looking for the next victim. It's like you saw, he does read books on things that are dark, books on killing. He does have a murder kit backpack he wears where he looks like a hiker. When he's not really hiking, he knows different areas, he studies them. He knew this area with us, Liberty and Abigail, and he knew this area with Lyric and Elizabeth. We are not only picked for our looks, but for our names. Again, do you see the patterns? So many patterns. If they just follow the patterns. Thank you for speaking with us and for your work and your efforts. We look forward to next time. Don't worry, we will continue to guide you. One more thing. We show you the Celtic symbol, which is another thing to do with red hair. It likes to kill in twos, but we'll take one. So that was the first one that I did. And I mean, there's a lot, and you just kind of have to piece it all together and figure out who they're talking about, because I feel like they're talking about like 3 different people in the whole thing, which I didn't figure that out at the time. But okay, so here's the second one. I asked to speak to Lyric and Elizabeth, Abby and Liberty. I'm told tomato. I'm shown a vision I've had before of men dressed in black robes drinking out of gauntlets. I hear bygones to be bygones. There was not one alone, others participated. There was a group. Again, I'm shown 3. I'm shown a triangle. This you have been saying. We show you the main guy because he's the most dangerous, the mastermind. He's leader. He's bigger fish that needs to be caught, because we have said this before, he does not always kill with his group. He sometimes kills alone. He has a thirst for blood. As you have said many times, he resembles your uncle. That is why you think of him. You see your uncle. I'm hearing rosary. I'm seeing the holding of hands. All 4 of them holding hands. United we stand. He likes the flow of blood, the taste of blood. He has a temper. Boy, how I pissed him off, Liberty says. He has been doing this a long time. Murder is what he likes, and then goes along with life like nothing. I'm shown the image of a triangle with a circle around it. He has no feelings, no remorse. None of them do. They all wanted to be like him. He's so calculated. He plans. He knows what to do and how to do it. He knows how to not get caught. They look up to him. They idolize him. I see a wristwatch. It's silver. It looks expensive. I also see a button missing from his shirt. It looks like it could have come off sometime during the attack. I see him now dressed in a flannel shirt. He has blue and white squares, but again, he can change his look. Before, you were shown the belt buckle with the horse on it. We wanted to bring that to your attention again. Also feel at times he wears a ring, not a wedding ring, but a ring to symbolize his group. He's a leader of sorts, but it's far bigger than many may know. It reaches far and wide if it wants to. The deep web holds the secrets. It's how they meet. It's how they grow. The 3 is a particular number. When he's not alone, he likes to use, sometimes 4. There is a meaning for this and how we are trapped. When he kills on his own, he's very well planned, but kills are a bit easier. I'm seeing buckets. This may be used for fishing. His knives are rolled up and he keeps them nice and sharp, but it's not all he has. He also has guns and other tools in his kit. I'm shown a 6-pointed star. It's possible that it's a tattoo someplace or hidden, or sort of hidden in a scene. I'm shown a tree once again and feel there's a connection somehow, even if it's symbolic. This man has a Spanish accent like you hear in his voice, but he can also talk without it if he needs to. Cunning, meticulous, not sloppy in his way of work or dress, in any of his jobs. Businessman, smart, genius level. Did we say cunning? A tattoo on his left shoulder. Again, the word brotherhood comes to mind. You know what brotherhood can be many things, but where does it lead you? Where are the clues leading you? 1545. If he was easy to capture, we'd still be alive. He likes to snuff out bright lights like ours. He thinks we will grow up to be whores. It's all in his evil, twisted mind. There's nothing else about our looks other than the hatred sometimes in the ritual he does. Mastermind, manipulator. If We repeat it means it's important. Be careful because he is watching what people say and do. As you have said to others, Rochelle, he watches the groups and smiles. He is happy with his work, the work that people know he has done, and the work that people don't know he has done. At this time, I'm shown what looks to be some sort of plant. Looks like a cement plant or rock quarry. There's a reason you're drawn to different people and different things. Pay attention. We are always speaking to you in many ways. Signs are everywhere. Follow them. The number 4 comes in as well as the number 12. I see. And if you think about it, there's 4 girls, these 4 girls. I don't know if that's why. I see a mound of dirt and rocks. I'm not sure why. I'm shown a suit and tie. There is reason that the group does this the days it does it. He picks them because he feels it has meaning to the ritual. This will make them more powerful in many ways. It is a time I'm shown the moon is at its full form. At this time, I'm shown the moon at its full form. I was also at one time shown a crescent moon, but I'm not really sure why. I think that comes up later too. I feel that one time the moon will be at its full when one of these crimes is committed. I'm also drawn to the month of November. I'm shown a chess and checkerboard. He's good at games. To him, this is just a game, cat and mouse. Can you catch me? I doubt it. I'm protected spiritually and otherwise. The devil is on my side, and he's stronger than your so-called God. Brutality. I see a feather gently falling. The number 33 comes in. Hearing, see how they run, see how they run. He loves the thrill from beginning to end. He likes being in charge. He likes how people follow him. He's a leader in rituals. They protect him for he is so powerful and they look up to him. Again, we have to stress he has never been caught for anything, not anything. He was not in the system. He is too smart to be caught before, until now. He will be caught. You have seen him in cuffs. With this in mind, there are more tangles and webs than anyone can even realize. The world will be shocked when it comes to its head. It's like unraveling this big ball of yarn. I'm told Georgetown and shown a tiger. The tiger's fierce. May also be a tattoo or something. Catch me if you can. No one can catch me. Farmer. Every girl is picked for a reason. At the same time, I don't know why I'm shown a lot of money. They show me his hands around their neck like he strangled them, but not to death yet. Let them catch air and did it again. Something in the fact of bringing them so close to death and letting them breathe again. The power in that. I'm being led to a red cabin or barn. I'm not sure. It's just bright red and small. Ritual. That is how he always kills. Not just a spiritual way, but way for doing things. There have been some clues in everything you have written from us. Puzzle pieces fit them together. Shown a puka shell necklace again. Shown the number 58 and then 88. There is something with the 2 8s, but it's not what people think. And if you look it up, there's a meaning behind it that's devil worshipping. I saw this book and it's a big book, looks like the devil's Bible. Not only do they protect this man for why we said, but also they fear him. He can snuff them out in an instant. Once we are in this, only way out is death. That's how they feel. I'm shown lace. I'm also told about Libby's underwear again, but this makes me feel like he took them. If not, then it's showing that he took something intimate. He always takes something that is of significance from the girls that he likes to kill. I'm shown a Celtic cross. I'm told ribeye. I'm told slaughterhouse. He is one of those people that you would never think could do this. Devil in disguise. I'm seeing a braided rope. He knows how to tie knots. Learned it in the army. I feel a sniper at this time. I will hear again special forces. I just want to go back over. He's one of those people that you would never thought would do this. Okay, that's important. He's a force to be reckoned with, but then so are you, our dear Rochelle. We know you are fighting for us, but please be careful. Everything that is fighting for us spiritually, he has a lot of demons in his power. They protect this man because he does their work. Thank you for your time and speak with us again. That is all for now. I just need to check something. Okay. I thought my light fell in. Sorry, I'm having a lot of my neck problems and stuff. Okay, so I have one more. And I don't know, since I did this twice, I might be bringing this up twice, but there was a couple symbols I was shown. One was a sword, and it had a snake wrapped around it. Not 2 snakes, 1 snake. I don't know if that's medical symbol still or not. Another thing I was shown was 2 swords like this, crossing, and it was like on an orange sticker when I saw it. I don't know why. So, alright, 3. And if they repeat stuff, it means it's important, guys. Okay, so I know that they repeat stuff, but they're just trying to make sure that we know it's important. So, I would like to speak to you ladies and ask you to give me any information that you can. In this case, please, we're in need of more help to bring this killer to justice. Pearls. They keep showing me pearls. So either one of the girls own one, or he's taken some as a souvenir from one of his victims. I'm shown 3, and I hear 3 more. I'm shown and told the number 15. I'm shown and told horses. I'm hearing there are connections to the town, but he does not live there. He is watching. He is enjoying this. Again, this is a cat and mouse game to him. He loves how he has gotten away with it so much. I'm hearing the words, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm told the word Frankenstein, so I'm not really sure what that means. They show me that there is a finger on his right hand that's crooked, and I've gotten that one time was broken, but they say it's pretty crooked. I'm told arrow, also wind chimes. We have been giving you info on 2 men. One is known to others and is connected to the places that we mentioned. He knows the serial killer and what he does. He pretends he knows nothing because he's involved in the group of the dark secrets and things. I'm told the word Texas. They show me the bald guy, the white beard and the stripe, silver-rimmed glasses, the cowboy dress is not the serial killer. He's a connection. This serial killer is darker. As we've said, tan, and he has some kind of Mexican descent in his background someplace, even if it's tiny. He does have tattoos, and he does walk with a limp from knee surgery. He is heavier set. He wears a mustache. Again, they show me a briefcase full of things he's taken, pictures, clippings, panties, jewelry, hair, whatever he feels like taking. He is a monster. He's OCD and does things a certain way. Right now, we are going back over things about him so that we can describe him in more detail. He has a scar on his right shoulder. As we said, small scar on his cheek. His knee is pretty messed up. And hearing Iraq, as we know, he's been in the military one time. I'm hearing dishonorable discharge. He is a temper. Don't piss him off. He's into dark arts, does magic, and summons demons. He's a master manipulator. I'm seeing a heart with an arrow through it. He changes his appearance and has many aliases. He looks up to serial killers and studies them. He is in the deep web. We just wanted to go over all this again as to paint a vivid picture of him. We do realize some being repeated. His shoes, he changes shoes, but he does have boots, tennis shoes, and I'm shown black shoes. Also shown a Dodger jacket. Again, they show me a crescent moon. So this is significant in some way. We haven't figured it out yet. I'm told Leo the Lion and Scorpio. He takes pride in who he is and what he does. He calls it an art. He thinks he is an artist, and his paint is blood. I'm given the name Angie at this time. I'm told the word buckler, whatever that means. I'm hearing the words hallelujah, amen. His eyes are very dark brown, almost black. Black hair is black, dark. He has a chipped tooth in the front, even if it's a small chip, and silver in the back of his mouth like a cap. Then when they allow, and the chip is on the right side right here, because I'm being shown as like this tooth right here. Okay. They allow me to hear him talk. I hear sort of a Mexican accent, but he doesn't seem like he uses it all the time. I'm hearing microfiber. They're showing him sitting in a truck, diesel truck again. The color's red. This is confirmation because I keep wondering if it's accurate. Hiker, hunter, fisher, outdoorsman. His camouflage stuff, backpack, hiking boots. We know these things have come and mixed up, and so this is why we're trying to straighten out the two. What people need to remember is that sometimes info that we tell you is about us. It's to validate our presence. Like the month of December, you mentioned that a while ago, but we know that you did not look at the details of the case, but you happen to be shown my birthday, this Liberty Talking. It's in December, so this is related to me. However, there is also something with the killer in December as well. Remember, he does things for a reason. Remember the serpent? There is a big meaning for this. It means his job, but also he has one looks like a tattoo. Drugs. Guy does drugs and is connected to drugs. But this is not why this was done. Many people have conspiracy theories, but you are on the right track. It doesn't have anything to do with the land or anything like that. All is done out of pure evil. It did make the town historic, but that is not fully the reason. And this time I'm hearing the name Bob, or it sounds like Bob. I'm hearing Shaq. I'm hearing bravery. In regards to all 4 girls, he's been looking for prostitute in Oregon, a blondish red hair with green eyes, young about 18 this time. I hear the name Jesse. Now I hear the word avocado. I am told Jim Beam and shown the alcohol. Told the state, Missouri, we fear he has something planned for this month, and I'm shown looking through his eyes. He's been watching a girl we just described. I'm shown floor mats. They say Ford on them. His job is lax, and the people he works for is laxed. It's as if he can do as he pleases. The girls at this time show me this pretty good-sized group all together, and there are people from the group all over. Each town is different leader, and at this time I'm shown vegetable soup. I'm told the word calculus, given the number 8. I'm shown all over shorts. I'm shown a white lace hat with a bow on it. I also shown a heart locket. He is a genius. We want to stress again, he plans everything, when, where, how, it's all in his head. I'm shown sticky notes like he maps everything, and everything. He maps and things. Sorry, I keep losing my spot. He literally sits there and plans it all out to the last detail he can think about. I'm told the word hindrance. I'm shown a black cowboy hat and a feather in it. I'm shown snakeskin boots. Maybe another reason for the word serpent. I'm told 30 years and heard he's been killing at least that long. He's in his 50s. I'm told about 54. I'm trying to get a good look at his ring, and I'm shown an M. I'm not sure what that means, but it looks like the ring is black with an M on it. Although we know the ring is for his group brotherhood, I'm shown cigars and hear the word Cuban. Remember that when you're looking at people, this stuff has to match him or someone connected to him in order for it to make sense. People are trying to make things fit where they don't. They're connecting all the wrong places and not seeing the connections. Again, this is a web, and I'm shown these lines of red string going around like a web. They show you this is sorry. Like they show you on the police shows when it's on a board and they're trying to make connections. At this time, my left ear is ringing. There is something with someone's speech. I'm hearing the word asshole. I'm told speaking in tongues. This is what he does with demonic tongues. We were sacrificed as he thought he was saving us. Most of the time it is the 13th, not always. Hearing drummer boy, remember, we will give you information form of connections as well. Hearing periwinkle in the month of October. Told the word demonic, he will strike in October. Just because of the month and what it signifies to him. He feels powerful, invincible. He is a narcissistic. I'm hearing bones. He has buried people when no one will find him. He might also have problems with his bones. So, man, so many missing people. No one can make the connections. He's wanting to kill hundreds. He's killed more than we said before. We just weren't sure. Think of it. He's been at it that long. He's pretty good at what he does. Extremely good. Study our case. Sadly, our case will go cold before it goes hot again. We're appreciative of your hard work. We know you are trying. We will continue to help. Ta-ta for now. Until next time. Thank you for channeling, and sincerely yes. One more thing before we go. XYZ. So that's all the auto writes I've done so far. And most of the information I've gotten that I can remember. I remember I was also shown a necklace of like the tree of life, and I don't know what that means either, but I was shown like it was like a silver tree of life. I don't know if somebody wears that or not, or I don't know, but I was shown that. Like, I don't ever know why I get what I get, but I just kind of have to go with it in hopes that it makes sense. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. And I'm so tired, I doubt I'm going to get anything else right now. But as I get more stuff, I'll make more videos. I'll try to make like a habit of this. Okay, so I'll do my best. So again, you can reach me on Facebook, the Psychic Sleuth. There's more information on there as well, I think. And I do EVP stuff on there as well if you guys wanted to go there and listen. So it's like 2:30 in the morning. I'm going to get going. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you next time.